Hey guys, this is Chaotic Good Cosplay, and today we're going to do something really special just because I saw someone ask a question on a forum and I wanted to help out. And in looking for the easiest solution, I found one that's ridiculously simple. And I realized that people overcomplicate this problem a lot. So anyway, what we're talking about today is flickering lights, so making things look like flames. So you can get these little candle lights at China City, and if you look closely you can see it flickering a little bit there. The problem is that this is not going to cut it, and a lot of the solutions that you see online use microprocessors to actually do this. But I found a quick and easy hack that actually uses this and then the lights that you were going to use in any case, and you don't actually have to do anything too fancy. So let's see if we can get into it and how cheap this can be, because depending on your strip lights, that's going to obviously add to the cost, but this costs 15 Rand, which is nothing. So this is our little candle that I showed you earlier, and what's so great about this is that it's literally just this part with the LED in it. There's nothing else inside it. So if I just give this a little bit of a wiggle, I can pop it out. There you go. You can see the actual chip is at the bottom of the LED, which makes it really tiny for any solutions that you're going to do. And if you see, there's just like a little piece of hot glue keeping it in place. So I just gave it a bit of a wiggle and now we can pull it out. So once we clean that up, all it is a little LED, and there's the chip on the inside. So what else is in here, I'm guessing, I actually haven't opened this up just yet, is another LED and possibly the switch circuit. So I'm going to open that up and then show you guys.
12 seconds later.
Alright, so now that I've butchered this, you can see that this top piece is just a solid plastic lid, and this connects to like a flimsy plastic which made up the body, and then at the bottom is the same thing that was at the top with the solid plastic, and this has our little circuit in it. So you can see over here is the switch, which we thought it would be, which connects here, and then that connects to both of our LEDs, the top one and the bottom one. Now let me switch this off so you can see that these wires for the LEDs are connected to the same place, which means that they are connected in parallel. Now I haven't got into the LED tutorial just yet, but all you need to know is we wire them in parallel because then you don't get any drop in your voltage source. So effectively you need less batteries then. So if we switch this back on again, you can see that this LED is doing a completely different thing. It's just changing colors, I think. Let's just watch. Yeah, it's just changing colors. It's not flashing at all. It's doing a completely different thing to our little candle LED, which is just flickering gently to itself, which means that these are definitely programmed on a tiny little chip that we can't actually even see on the LED themselves, because if not we would be able to see the chip here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the solder that's on here off. I'm not going to show you guys that because I'm going to do a soldering video and it is actually pretty straightforward. So I'm going to do that and come back. Right, so now that I've done that, you can see that it's just a regular LED, and I don't actually know what the voltage drop across this LED is because I didn't especially buy it. I just bought the candle. So in order to figure that out, what I'm going to do is be very sneaky and have a look at what batteries they've used in here. So let me go and take those out and then I'll show you. Alright, so after opening it up, you can see we found 3 little batteries. These ones aren't actually labeled. I can take a guess as to how big they are, but I'm not going to. I will show you guys a much easier way of figuring out what the voltage drop across your little LED is. So I don't know if there's actually a resistor or anything inside that case. I haven't opened it up fully yet. So I'm only going to use 2 of the batteries just to test that this LED does work outside of the circuit. So I haven't done the tutorial yet, but your long leg connects to positive, your short leg connects to the negative side. So you will see on your battery it will be labeled. So this is the positive side, and we're just going to squeeze it tightly and hope my fingers actually hold it in place well enough. There we go. So you can see it's faintly flickering. So this is good news for us because it means we don't actually need another circuit to make it do anything else. This is already good enough. So let me take you guys across to the computer and I can show you how to see what voltage drop is across this LED, because it's going to become very important in a few moments. The voltage drop across our LED is probably about 2.2 volts. That's actually more important than you think it is, which I'll explain in the LED video, because whatever voltage drops across here is not available here. So for this strip you need a 12 volt source. So if you go and use a 12 volt source, you're actually only getting less than 10 volts out because you're dropping 2.2 volts across this. Now I'm going to be lazy today because all I have in my house is this little 9 volt battery, and I know that it'll be enough to power this many LEDs, just enough to show you guys, not enough to give a really good effect, but just enough to show you guys in the dark what's going on. But don't do that. Actually get your 12 volt battery and then connect another battery in series with it so that you have between 13 and 15 volts. So what I've done here is our little friend, I've connected him up again to some wire. The long leg, the positive, I'm making go to the positive of this battery over here, and the negative terminal is going to the positive of our little strip. Now I've just put it on red for the other side just so you guys can see, and then this is going to go to the negative side. So I'm going to switch off the lights. I'll just show you guys how I'm going to connect to the battery. So this LED goes to the positive terminal, and then the other side goes to the negative terminal. Let me switch off the lights so you can see. And there you can see our little friend doing his normal thing. And over here is our strip of LEDs doing exactly what it was doing. So that works out really well for something very compact, where you don't actually have a lot of space, that this is literally your circuit. It's nothing more than that at all. Yeah, so I really hope that that video helped and got you a bit inspired to do something. And there's so many applications of this. I mean, you can make flaming armor, flaming swords, all sorts of different weapons that have not even just natural fire like a green fire or a purple fire. I think that could be really cool. And one of the things I didn't show you but you can do is you can make a solid color on your strip lights normally, and then just when that pulse comes on with the candle, it lights up a different color. So you could have like a base color of yellow, and then every time it pulses it uses the red so that it combines to make orange, which gives a way more natural feel than just a solid red pulse. I think this could be really cool. I would love to see if you guys use it. Please tell me. Happy Christmas very soon.